Welcome. So glad you're here. If you're ready, come up into a standing position with the feet about hip distance and just, sway a little side to side so your body connects. You start to figure out where you are. Hey, come on. And then begin to twist and turn, turning your shoulders, letting your arms just swing slowly back and forth. Hey, you. Miss exploring. And then we're going to take the arms, we're going to lift them up and let them come down. And then let the knees go soft and rock the weight back, losing balance forward and backward, getting the body into a state where it's beginning to access its core, it's beginning to use itself in a way to create the return to balance. 1 foot forward. And then the other side. Come here, Lucy. Come on, back out of there. Okay, you're gonna destroy the equipment. Come on. Come on, Lucy. Good girl. Yeah, it's fine until she starts playing with all the expensive equipment. All right, stand with the feet about hip distance. Let the weight rock to the inner edge of the foot, lifting up the outer edge. Take the weight to the outer edge, lifting up the inner edge, and we'll go back and forth with that. We're going to brace across the front part of the foot, push out the heels, and then bring the toes up and pull the fingers back. Actively lift and then actively squinch, toes down, fingers into the top of the palm. So we make a more tight movement than we might normally make. Spread apart, fingers and toes wide, and then let them come together narrow and tight, and we'll go wide and tight. And then the big toes, we ask them to move towards each other, to press down, and with the heels pressed out, to lift the small toes up and down. Press down the small toes, the big toe goes up and down. And then big toe is down, the little toe is down, the 3 center toes are coming up and down. And that's great. So now keep this activated arch with your hips back, your spine elongating, your chin level. Drop the shoulders down a little bit and then inhale, spread the arms out and up. Exhale, come down your middle line. And we'll change the pattern. We'll inhale while we lift up to the center and exhale coming out and down. And every movement is a little different matter. So when we go to the side, inhale, everybody's keeping track. We go the other way. And then we start it all over again. So every change is a different relationship of muscles. And that's warming things up, but we want to do some specific reaching. We'll lift. Bringing up our center, we'll bring up our side, we'll lift up through the arm and stretch. Inhale, exhale, let that release. We bring up the center and the side and the arm and stretch. Inhale. And release again. Center, side, and arm stretch. Inhale. Release. Center lift, side lift, arm reach. Inhale. Exhale, good. Now take the hands, interlock them, press your palms out, stretch those hands. Bring the chest, bring the arms up, lift upward, and then begin a spiral going from the legs through the body into the arms. Inhale. Exhale, releasing that spiral. We uplift, we spiral the other way. We inhale. Exhale, release, and then we uplift. Now, make a nice elongated spine and let the body arch. Keep lifting, keep lengthening so the arch doesn't create jam. Inhale, and then exhale, the arms swing down. And we're going to bring up the chest, squeeze together the shoulder blades, reaching the arms backward. Here's our exhale. And forward go the shoulders broad between shoulder blades, deep inhale. And so it's reach and squeeze back, exhale. Forward shoulders, inhale. And again, that reach, squeeze back the exhale. And then arms release apart. And we're going to step and stand with our feet about shoulder mat distance wide. And we'll twist a little bit again just to loosen some things up and see how much more movement we might be able to create. And then we isolate with the upward lift, turning the shoulders but not moving the hips. So the deep muscles have to engage in order to create this upper body doing something different than the lower body. Okay? And then we're going to uplift and we're going to move the hips, but we're not going to move the shoulders. Okay, good. Now we're going to keep the hips still. And to do that, we're going to press our feet and our knees outward and maintain that action. We're going to pull in the core, and with the chest staying upward, lowering the shoulders. We push a hand into the leg firmly, so as we tilt, we don't collapse. We lift the ribs, we lift the arm, we stretch upward, take a deep breath in. Exhaling, lift up and all the way out, and then start it over. Press out, belly in, chest up, shoulders down. Hand into the leg as you tilt. Lift the ribs, lift the arms, stretch up there. Take a deep breath. Exhaling and lift yourself up and out. Okay, now take a wide stance, but maintain the active arch. And first, with a long spine, bend your knees and your hands rest on the knees. And we reach across our body. We create a gentle stretch. We feel where the tightness, where the issues might lie. Breathing in, we'll go the other way, keeping a nice deep breath. But then we'll change our postures. We'll change the relationships of muscles. We'll bring our elbows down onto the knees, and we'll tilt a shoulder toward that midline, breathing deeply. And then we'll do that on the other side, keeping a deep breath. Coming back to center, we're going to shift our weight to one side. Now, if you wanted to, you could go up higher, or you could stay where you are or go down lower. Our inner thigh is what we want to stretch. We're breathing deep, making that very comfortable. And we're going to go the other way. Now, we'll always be able to stretch our muscles if we take it far enough, but that stretch does not necessarily mean that we're shorter than we need to be. It means that certain muscles taken in a certain position will stretch. And so this inner thigh, although it can be tight, may or may not be tight. Breathe deeply. Let's go again to side two. Okay. Now I'm going to come to center. I can keep the elbows on the knees and lift the hips that way, lengthening the spine by pressing onto the legs. The bend of the knee will reduce the stretch if I like. I can also just hang on to the arms and let the head and the arms hang down, which will act as more of a decompression for the spine. Just keep breathing deeply, swaying slightly as you like. Now put one hand down and bring the other shoulder up and toward the back in a twist. Press out the feet, move the chest away from the hips. Stretch that arm up there. Take a deep breath. And then on the exhale, we're going to repeat the other way. So the shoulder lifts, the feet press out, the chest reaches away from the hips, the arm reaches upward. We take a deep breath. Exhale, we come on back to center. We're going to bend our knees and put the hands up on the knees. And now I'm going to reach across and hold my position and inhale so much the ribs expand open wide. Exhale and coming to center. We'll reach across the other way, and here again we expand the ribs open wide. Exhale and we come to center. Now make a note that your shoulders are up near the ears and you want to maintain that, but you will back the heel of your palm up to this crease of the leg, lifting the chest slightly and keeping the elbows bent at first, but on one side. Begin to straighten the arm, which will lengthen the spine, and do that in a comfortable way. Take a deep breath. Exhale that elbow bend. Now the other side, we begin to straighten that elbow. Doesn't have to go completely straight. Take a deep breath. Exhale that elbow bends, and now both sides. We start to press. And as both arms begin to straighten, the spine is traction. Let's take a deep inhale. And then exhaling, bend the elbows, bend the knees, and come up. And so we're going into further warm up with a nice long spine, our sun salutes. In the first two rounds of sun salute, we'll have a simpler pattern. And in the second two rounds, we'll have a more complicated pattern. And in everything that you do, I want you to create a mindful adaptation. So if something is a little tight for you or you don't want to create an action, then modify or avoid it. Let's start at the front of the mat, having our feet separate to about hip distance wide with a good arch. Hips are back, the spine is lifting. As we inhale, we lift up the arms. Exhaling, grab the elbows and bend the knees, lift the hips, and hang the head and shoulders down in our forward bend. The head and arms are just hanging. If you want a little side to side sway, you can. Just breathing deeply. And on the next exhale, we place hands and step right foot back into lunge with the left knee over the ankle. Bring the right hip up. Balance the ball of the foot with the heel reaching back, the chest and shoulders pulling forward, and the left foot holding its arch. Now you can lighten the pressure on the hands, or for more intensity, one or both arms could be brought forward. Take a deep breath. And then on the exhale, let the hands go flat, step back and plank, and pull the abs in tight, letting the chest reach forward and the hips and heels stretch back. Inhale. And then exhaling, softly lower down the knees and pull the hips back toward the heels and let the elbows come down. Now here, we can sway. It could be that you're just swaying a little bit side to side. But if you like the feeling, you could sway more. The shoulder lifting. Another way to sway is to bring the hips from side to side. And you can do that with the knees separated or close together, or even pivoting the feet from side to side. It's really whatever feels comfortable. Then at center, let the top of the foot rest. Coming forward, let that chin go close to the space between the hands, and then come forward and into upward dog, shoulders forward the wrist. Press the hands in the top of the foot evenly, lift the collarbones, inhale. And then exhale, bring the knees down and try and bring that chin toward the space of the hands, and then move backward and into downward dog. Head between the arms, shoulders toward the hips, hands and elbows toward each other, wide shoulder blades. Stay on the ball of the foot evenly with the heels lifted, the knees bent. If you'd like, paddle the heels down and up, breathing deeply. And on your next exhale, step your right foot forward and lunge, ankle under the knee. Lifting the left hip, balancing ball of the foot. The heel goes back, chest and shoulders forward, right foot holds the arch. Light pressure to the hands or one or both arms forward and inhale. And then exhale, we step forward, feet hip distance, pressing heels, bending knees. We inhale, lifting up. And exhale. Another simple round, inhale. Exhale, grab elbows, lift the hips. Hang the head and shoulders, but this time elbows brace the knees. Shoulders pull towards hips as we press in the legs, moving ribs toward knees for spine length. Press out the feet and the knees, breathe in the upper back. Exhaling, placing hands in his left foot back in lunge. And we're lifting up the left hip, balancing the ball of the foot, heel back, chest and shoulders forward. Right foot holds arch, light pressure to the hands or arms forward, inhale. And then exhale into plank. Chest pulling forward, hips and heels back, inhale. Exhaling, softly lower down the knees and the hips, stretch backward here again. Elbows down, you can sway the shoulders. You can sway the hips. And with knees together, you can pivot the feet side to side, whatever you like or all of it. Top of the foot resting down. We're going to come forward the chin to the space of the hands and forward to upward dog. Hands and top of the foot pressing evenly. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, bringing that chin to the space of the hands and into downward dog. Palms evenly pressing, head between the arms. Shoulders toward those hips, hands and elbows toward each other, wide shoulder blades. Stay on the ball of the foot, heels lifted in. Paddle those heels down and up, breathing. And on this exhale, step left foot forward and lunge. Lifting the right hip, ball of foot balance, heel back, chest and shoulders forward. Left foot holds the arch, light pressure of the hands or arms forward. Inhale. And then exhale, step forward. Press heels, bend knees, inhaling up. And exhale. And that will make things more complex. Inhale up. Exhale forward. And hands and their feet. Right foot steps part way back. Just stay on the ball of the foot and bend the right knee. And then lift the chest all the way up, gaining your balance. Tighten up the seat muscles. Tuck under the tailbone and pull in the core strongly. Keep the weight on that left heel. And then let yourself sink comfortably down. You don't have to go any lower than you want. And then pressing and coming up. And again, coming back down. Use your breathing. And up. And once again, coming down. And this time as you come up, lower the right heel and turn your feet so they're both pointing the directions those knees are going to bend. Keep the weight on the heels, tighten the seat muscles, pull in the core, lengthen the chest and the arms reach up, and then we arch back, we inhale. And then exhale, weight on the heels, and come into whatever depth of squat we'd like. Press heels, come up, arch back, inhale. And then exhale into the squat. Press heels, arch up, inhale. Exhale into the squat. But now as we come up, we turn to the front of the mat, a lunge position with the right leg back. Bring the right knee down. Let the top of the foot rest. As we stretch forward, push back the right knee, tightening the right seat muscle, bend the right knee slowly. Take a deep breath. Exhaling, right leg goes straight. Now we start to move backward, keep the pelvis centered. And as the left leg begins to stretch, pull the front of the left foot backward. Deep inhale. And then exhale, we go forward. Right knee pushing back, seat muscle tight, bend the right knee, inhale. Exhaling, right leg goes straight, moving backward. Left front of the foot pulling back, inhale. Exhale again, going forward. Right knee pushing back, seat muscle tight, bend the knee, inhale. Exhaling, right leg goes straight, move backward. Left front of the foot pulls back, inhale. And then exhaling, move the left leg back into a child's pose. And again, swaying side to side a little bit, but take that left arm, bring it underneath you. The left shoulder is down, weight toward the heels. The left ear turns, and we lift the right shoulder above the left. Take a deep breath. Exhaling, come back to sit with the arms, reaching forward, stretching, breathing. And then into tabletop. Shoulders and pelvis level along spine. It's the right knee going to come in, the left elbow going to come in. We're going to make a crunch. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to make a bird dog. Inhale. And then exhale back into tabletop. And once again, keep everything as level as you can. The knee and the elbow come in. Inhale. Exhale, bird dog. Inhale. Exhale, tabletop. Once more. Knee and elbow tucking in. Inhale. Exhale, bird dog. Inhale. Now in this exhale, we're going to move into a full plank position. And bringing the knees down, we'll pull the elbows in. We're going to lower to the hovering chaturanga. And an upward dog. And a hovering chaturanga. And then we're just going to flatten out, putting the elbows beside us so we can use them to pull forward. Press down on the pelvis, arch your chest upward into a low cobra, and inhale. Exhaling, crunch the ribs toward the navel, tuck under the tailbone, and lift the center of the spine. Inhale your crunch. Exhale, coming down, pulling forward, pelvis down, arch, inhale. Exhale, beginning crunch, ribs toward navel, tuck under tailbone, lift the spine, inhale. Exhale once again, pull forward, arch, inhale. And once again, the crunch. Inhale. And then on the exhale, move back again to the child pose. As you're stretching here, reach one arm more forward toward the front of the mat. And then do that with the opposite arm, stretching. And again. Great. Now press the palms evenly and lift into downward dog with bent knees and head between the arms. Shoulders pulling toward hips, hands and elbows pressing toward each other. Make it wide between the shoulder blades. Shift weight to the right and then stretch that left leg up. Take a deep breath. Exhaling, left foot's coming down. Shift weight to the left, stretch that right leg up. Inhale. Exhaling, right foot coming down. Now, right leg forward, lunge. And side angle, left heel down, left shoulder up, right elbow up on the knee. Bring your hips into the middle of the mat and your right knee keeps toward the right edge of the mat as you lengthen the right side. And then take that left arm and stretch it forward away from the ankle. Inhale. Exhaling, the left arm's brought behind the back and the right arm is reaching forward. Inhale. Exhaling, the right leg begins to straighten, hand on the knee. You can bring the left shoulder above the right chest toward the front of the mat, but also toward the ceiling. Inhale. Exhaling, right knee bends, right arm reaches forward, pull the chest backward, shoulder behind shoulder. Seat muscle tight, right knee to the right, long spine. Inhale. Exhaling, right arm points up, and we lift up and we arch backward. Right knee to the right, seat muscle tight. Inhale. Exhale, uplift. Take that left arm up, a warrior one pose. Seat muscle tight. Right knee to the right, long spine. Inhale. Exhaling, right hand to the hip, left arm across the body. Pull the right shoulder behind the left, and in this twisted side angle, if you want, you can go down lower. Inhale. And exhale, come into a lunge. Step forward. Push heels, bend knees. Inhale, up. And exhale. And then we'll even out the other side. Inhaling. Exhale, forward. Placing hands, it's left foot stepping part way back, staying on the ball of the foot. Bending the knee, lifting the chest, gaining your balance. Seat muscles tight. Tuck under the tailbone. Tighten the core. Lengthen the spine. The right heel stays pressed so the right knee doesn't go forward as you bring the left knee down. Whatever amount is fine, but use your breathing. And then coming back up. And again. And then once more. And as we come up, we lower the left heel and we adjust the feet so they're turning the same direction. The knees are going to bend. Weight on the heels, seat muscles tight, lengthen the spine, stretching arms up, spine up, arch back. Inhale. Exhale. Press heels and come down. Whatever depth of squat feels good. And then pressing, coming up again, arching, inhale. And then exhale, squat. Press, come up, arch, inhale. And then exhale, squat. And now as we come up, we turn to the front of the mat, lunge position with the left leg behind us. And we'll bring the left knee down and let the top of the foot rest. We stretch forward, pushing back the left knee, tightening the seat muscle, and then bending the left knee. Take a deep breath. Exhale, left leg goes straight. We start to move backward. Keep your pelvis in the center. Stretch back, lift the front of the right foot back. Inhale. And then exhale, going forward. Push back the left knee, tighten the seat muscle, bend the knee, inhale. Exhale, the leg straightens. We move back. The right front of the foot pulls back. Inhale. Exhaling once again, going forward. Left knee pushing back, seat muscle tight, bend the knee, inhale. Exhaling, left leg goes straight, moving back. Pull the right front of the foot back. Inhale. And then exhaling, we take the right leg back. We stretch the arms forward into a child's pose. And we sway side to side gently. We're going to bring the right arm underneath us, the right shoulder turning to the floor, the right ear toward the floor, but the weight back toward the heels to protect the neck. And then we lift the left shoulder above the right shoulder. Deep inhale. Exhaling, coming back to center and bringing the right arm back out. And then moving into tabletop. Nice long spine, shoulders and pelvis level. It's going to be the left knee and the right elbow coming in into a crunch. Inhale. And then the exhale, bird dog. Inhale. Exhale back to tabletop. Level out. Left knee, right elbow in crunch. Inhale. Exhale, bird dog. Inhale. Exhale, tabletop. And once again, left knee elbow in. Inhale. Exhale, bird dog. Inhale. But then we go into a full plank position. Chest forward, hips and heels back. We lower the knees. We bring the elbows in. We lower the hovering chaturanga. And upward dog. Hovering chaturanga. And downward dog. Oops. Come out of downward dog. Go flat. I forgot. Elbows rest beside us. Push down the pelvis. Pull forward. Arch the chest up and back. Inhale. Low cobra. And then exhale. Crunch. Ribs toward navel. Tuck into the tailbone. Lift the spine up. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Pull forward. Arch. Inhale. Exhale. Crunch. Inhale. Exhale, come down, pull forward, arch, inhale. And then exhale, crunch. And then use that crunch and move backward into child's pose. Stretching back and then reaching one arm more forward. And then the other arm more forward. A little bit of shimmy action through the shoulders. And that's great. Now, pressing the palms evenly flat and coming up to downward dog. Head between the arms, knees bent. Shoulders toward hips, hands and elbows toward each other, wide shoulder blades. We're shifting weight to the right foot. We're going to stretch that left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot's coming down, shifting to the left. Right leg's coming up. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot's coming down. Left leg steps forward, full lunge. And side angle, right heel's going down, right shoulder's lifting, left elbow comes up on the knee. And get hips in the center and keep the left knee to the left of the mat as you lengthen the left side. And then take that right wrist away from the ankle. Inhale. Exhaling, right arm brought behind the back and left arm reaching forward. Inhale. Exhaling, left leg goes straight, right shoulder above the left, chest toward the front of the mat, but also toward the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, left knee bends over the ankle, left arm forward, and we pull the chest backward. Right shoulder behind the left, hips to the center, left knee to the left, long spine. Inhale. Exhaling, left arm lifts, we stretch up, we arch back. Inhale. Exhaling, coming up right. The right arm comes up, warrior one pose, left knee to the left, seat muscle tight, long spine. Inhale. Exhaling, left hand to the hip, right hand across the body. Left shoulder behind the right, and then if you want, you can sink down lower. Inhale. Exhale, into lunge, and step forward. Press heels, bend knees. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. Now let's lengthen that spine. Let's take those feet wide. Let's shrug the shoulders up and bend the knees slightly. So there's a nice crease line here, and the shrug shoulders let the heel of the palm climb into that crease. We tilt forward, elbows are bent, but the right side, we straighten that elbow a comfortable amount. We take a deep inhale. We can feel the length we're creating. Exhale, that elbow bends, and then the left side, we work to straighten. We take an inhale. Exhale, we bend, and then both sides, we press. So the more we do something, inhale, exhale, bend the elbows and come out, the more likely it is it will reach a point where things that couldn't let go eventually do let go. And so it's with persistence that we can reclaim that compressed spaces of our body.